I don't really know. But my first chapter is real truth about the Cash Money situation, because everybody think Cash Money left me. Like, they left me down in New Orleans and they didn't want to sign me again. It was not that situation. Situation was they were getting a deal. I was a part of the deal, and what happened, I left. And I don't know why. I don't know why I left. I didn't know. I was just in my own zone. Then I was in a relationship, what we was talking about earlier when you say, you know, the men become your world. And by me being so young, I made daddy was my world. You think I'm worrying about an autograph session? I'm trying to please him and make him happy. And now since I'm an adult, I was trying to do that because I wasn't happy. But I'm trying to make somebody else happy, and I was trying to be accepted by him. Okay. But what I really think I'm more mature, and I really think that this would be the best time right now for a deal to come. Or if I get in, you know, if something big was to happen, because I have more knowledge about the business. I know who I am as a woman. You know, back then when I was young, I didn't know nothing. I couldn't tell you about copyrights. I couldn't tell you about publishing. I have my own publishing, Miss Twelly's publishing. I couldn't tell you about that. And then those in Cash Money, to me, they wasn't going to tell me about that. And big shout out to Cash Money. Baby, Ronald, y'all gave me my start. I love y'all. I'm not about to bash y'all, but I'm just saying they were young. They were trying to learn the business. Exactly. And I was young and I was not trying to learn the business. I was worrying about the DKNY that was on my feet. The car they just bought me. As long as my rent was paid, my baby was young then. You know, my mind wasn't like business oriented.
I wasn't during Female Baller.
No.
Which was definitely one of my favorite tapes. Like,
right.
I would telling our age, tapes.
Right. Tapes.
I had that tape.
Right. And see, everybody thought that I was writing all that, which I was, but I had baby in my ear telling me what to write. So I wasn't really experienced on the game. My career, like when I was coming out. Come on,
I mean, as with Biggie and Kim and, you know. And
yeah. So I didn't.
With all of them. You know.
Exactly. Like I was green.
So you have a book in the future?
I have a book in the future.
We've been talking about Female Bible, which will be out later on this year. And I noticed that around the time when you were thinking about the title and everything, it was around when Magnolia Shorty was killed.
Right.
So did that inspire the name Female Bible? Because you were kind of talking about going into a different direction of music.
Right.
So
I wouldn't say that her death really inspired the title Female Bible.
Okay.
But it really changed. Her death really wanted me to get everything that I wanted done in life. Because I'm like I still think about it. I'm like
tomorrow's not promised.
Right. Tomorrow's not promised.
Because y'all were very, very close.
We was real close, and I really looked at her like a little sister, and she really looked at me like a big sister. Mm-hmm. And now since I think about it, I'm like, Shorty dead. Like, it don't even seem real. She was this person with life, with buku energy. She was funny. You just sit around her, you laughing all day because she always saying something funny or whatever. And I just really believe that was her time. Like, she was really about to blow.
Yeah.
But God had another plan, you know. Just want to say rest in peace, Shorty. But
rest in peace, Shorty.
You know what I'm saying? Love you. You will be missed. And she have her cousin out there, K.I.W.K. now. She doing music now too. So big shout out to K.I.W.K. and she's gonna keep the Magnolia Shorty, you know, music alive.
They sound alike.
They sound exactly alike.
I have the mix thing, and it's
right.
Hammer.
Yeah.
I thought it was Magnolia Shorty.
Right.
So you know, I'm like, but I thought that they came out kind of.
She used to rap a long time ago, K.I.W.K. When I first had started with Cash Money. Mm-hmm. She said she stopped because she how like people don't want to overshadow people. Mm-hmm. And when Shorty came out, she was like, I'm going to just step back and because that's the love she had for her. Like, I'm going to just step back and let Shorty do her thing. So when Shorty died, she told me, I have a record label called Big House Entertainment. It's me and my brother Six Walk Put. Okay. And we started the record label in 1999.
Okay.
10, 11 years ago. We did it in 1999. And what really inspired me to do the record company was really getting tired waiting on somebody to do something for you.
Okay.
Because at the time, Cash Money, they was high and No Limit was high.
Okay.
So all we was worrying about was, well, how we gonna get on? Well, we need to mess with them for us to get on. But actually, you need to really just have faith in yourself and just do what you need to do and you'll get on. So I've been having a record company. They need more women in the industry, more rappers, more singers, more dancers. I mean, it's like, especially in hip hop, it's more male dominated. you see, you know, the cliques, that all the cliques coming out putting their boys on, but they're only putting one female on. And you got Rick Ross and Trina, you got Cash Money, Nikki, Rough Riders, you all the way back with Eve. It's just that one female. And I think they need more females in the industry because women really could rap. And some of them could rap better than some dudes.
So which female artist inspired you to?
Oh, who inspired me was Lauryn Hill. Who I got my style from is Sweet Tea. Remember her?
Of course.
Sweet Tea. Baby heard her and said, sound like that. Like people they don't think people do that, but they like, I know they did that with Nicki with Kim. They're like, sound like that, you know, and I started really listening to her. It was Lauryn Hill, it was Mary J. It was a lot of them. It was a lot of them I really was listening to, like, to really, like, develop my style or whatever. Because they knew I could sing. It was like, why don't you put the little bounce rap style to it? And I started listening to different females that was already out. And that's how Miss T.
And I love, you know, as a fan, you know, I love that kind of music, the singing and the rapping together. Yes.
I love Drake. Like, Drake is like the new Cash Money to me. Like, it is the new Young Money, but it's like, he done brought a whole different element to it. Like, when I hear his new song, I'm on one, I'm like, damn, this boy cool. He remind me of me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then he not even doing that much cursing. Like, he might say one curse word, that's it, but he really flowing. Like, I really thank you for Kawanna.
Welcome to Kawanna.
Okay, Miss T, you was talking about self-love. Now, do you talk about any of this in your music? Like, would you consider yourself a role model?
Ooh. I could say, like, maybe a mentor.
Okay.
I wouldn't really say like a role model.
Exactly.
Because what I might do, you might not like what I'm talking about, or because some of my music have a lot of cursing in it, so I wouldn't really. I talk about self-love, and I talk about my experience and what I experienced.
Okay.
So I'm giving you the game on me, but I'm giving you the game on life. Okay. But I wouldn't look at myself as a role model, like maybe mentoring you to make your situation better.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Your latest CD, which is on iTunes now, and also I know that I got it from, is it Odyssey Records and Number 5 Records?
Right.
Okay, so your latest CD, Miss T and Black and Mild, the
Bounce and R&B.
Right. Okay, tell me this. What type of place were you in when you wrote this music? Like, were you in a happy place, a sad place? Where you come from? Because I know you experienced, you know, a lot of things over the years.
Right.
So what kind of place were you in, and did that inspire the music?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was in grind mode.
Okay.
I was going through a situation.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? The only way people are gonna hear me if I get finished this record. And I really got tired of, like, say if they playing Mary J. Blige in the club, right? And they got the bounce beat on it. But if Miss T making an R&B song, you ain't trying to hear it, right? So what happened, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do an R&B record, but I'm gonna take all of that and put the bounce music, so you can't deny it. You can't say, oh, it's whack, because you're listening to Mary J. Blige, or you listening to Keisha Cole, and they got the bounce beat on it. So what's the difference? I sound good too. Okay. You know, so I was in grind mode when I did it, and I must say I was in a place where I just felt like I had to get it. So I'm gonna say grind mode. I ain't gonna say happy or sad. I'm gonna just say I was in a place where I knew I had to get it.
Okay, do your experiences that you go through inspire any of your music? Like, if you're going through something, let's say in a relationship, you know, a lot of women, you know, allows a relationship basically to rule their life.
Right.
And, I mean, which I don't understand that, but do you ever get to a situation to where, okay, if you're in a relationship, you know, that inspires you to make a certain song, or if you're going through something, you know, maybe whether it's on a job or at home, does any of that inspire your music? And if
yes,
so,
it does. It really does. What I go through really encourage me to write whatever I go through or whatever. And I lost my voice. What I go through do inspire me to write. If like I'm in a relationship and I'm going through something, sometimes to get it off my chest, before I become stressful, if it's a bad situation, I kind of write about it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I have to write. You know how they say you write stuff down and it come to pass? Well, sometimes I have to put myself in a situation that I've never been through. Like maybe in a beautiful love relationship. I don't really feel like I ever had that. So I wrote a song on my bouncing R&B song called Beautiful, like this dude was really with me and took care of me, but that ain't true. So sometimes I gotta really like put myself in a situation, because I don't want all of it to be sad and make it seem like you can't come out the whatever bad situation it is.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whatever you go through, you take that situation to better yourself and to make better decisions on the next person that you deal with. Like I wouldn't advise people to go kill themselves or they get sad or whatever and they think that life is over one person, and it's not true. You just got to keep moving. Learn from it. You're going to be hurt. Cry if you want to cry. Get over it. On to the next one.
Okay, I want you to shed light on this situation because it seems like you have a lot of knowledge and you don't mind talking about anything. My last show was about women that have babies just for child support. And I had the situation to where the lady, she had a baby for a married man. And anyway, I'm saying that to say on your new CD you have, find your own man or get your own man.
Right.
Why do you think women, allow themselves to basically share a man,
Oh, I think because I think insecurities, and I think like I was talking about earlier, the place within, where it's wherever where you at in your life. And I was that woman before messing with somebody else, man, or messing with a married man. I'm not afraid of that because I learned from that. But when you're not secure with yourself, or when you thinking you need somebody to validate you or whatever, and you feeling like it's coming from a place within, like you feeling like you can't find your own man, and you're not really happy within, so you like you just settle. So when you start settling, you settle for anything. Okay. So you like, all right, he married, but I ain't worried about that. But then I think men play a big part of it because they will play on your emotions. I'm married, and when they tell you I'm married, and they like, well, at least I told you. I'm like, well, that's something big.
Exactly.
But you got to know who you are as a woman first, because see, when I used to be doing that, I didn't know who I was, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get me. So the first thing you talking about getting me. But when you gotta really start thinking about the other people too besides yourself. So when you get in that place in your life, you no longer do the old things that you usually do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really like, man, I ain't getting nowhere like that. But I think they do it because of insecurity issues, and I think because they settle, and I think they feel like they can't find nobody, and they're not really happy with themselves.
So you think that you should tell people find your own man?
I think you should find your own man because everybody deserves love. Love is a good thing. I don't know why people make love a bad thing. Love is good. But with the images they have out here on TV, the men think that they gotta be macho to, I'm saying it right? Macho or whatever. They think they gotta be the dude. Right. They don't want to look weak, short girl, or I'm like this, so I can't be weak. But love is not weakness. Love is good. Love is God. Love is everything any word that you could think that's beautiful. Anything that's good, that's love. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm trying to say?
I do understand what you're saying. And a lot of times the women, it's like they are, at war with each other over the situation and not, and they don't take it up with the man.
Right.
Okay, and
if it don't start off right, it ain't gonna be right. Like for real. It's like, say for example, a guy know he was dealing with my cousin, but he come deal with me. Okay. So, and I start dealing with him. So it's like, if it ain't work out with him and her, why am I think it's gonna work out with me and him? Like something going on right there where you thinking your twat is better than the other person. Well, I got him. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be the same thing, man. Do stuff with good intentions, and when you do stuff with good intentions, your life be like a little better, man. You can't keep doing the same thing looking for different results. Like that's crazy.
Okay. And so, also in this industry, do you feel like a lot of women are competitive, meaning like it would cause, female rivalry?
Oh yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah, I dealt with that. Remember the beef long time ago we had with K.I.W.K? Okay. And me and K.I.W.K cool now. And I told her.
So how did you get? Which I really want my viewers to know, because we all get into situations with a person. But, I think that you should be able to discuss it and move forward.
Right.
So since you guys were basically both, dominating the industry at that time when y'all did have the feud.
Right.
How were you able to move forward?
How I was able to move forward is to really start ignoring that situation, because when me and her talk about it wasn't really us. It was the people that really was around us that was making the beef situation. Instigators, right.
Okay.
But for people that don't know, this girl grew up with me. Like, we was friends way before we had got into music. And actually, she really introduced me to the music industry.
Okay.
So I didn't really know nothing about the music until I started hanging with her.
Okay.
But the way you move forward is you have to really ignore the outside people. That's not in you and that girl, like y'all and y'all convo. You gotta really start. Y'all gotta start talking to each other, because outside people, you'll say one thing and then they'll switch it around and get back to her. Then she not talking to me, so she thinking that, you know, I didn't say this, but it wasn't said that way. So I think that's how that probably had how the beef had started with us. When we talked about it today, and she like, I don't really know what we was fussing about. I'm like, I don't know what we was fussing for either.
Yeah, there's always a lot of instigators.
I think that's what kept Pac and Biggie with the beef that they had, and not both of them did.
Yeah. So I mean, with that situation, y'all have moved forward, and
We moved
so you
forward.
notice that is it still going on today? Like, since you've been in the game all of this time, and a lot of people that's coming up under you, is there a way? I mean, do you try to help them, you know, and show them the ropes and tell them what to watch out for?
I try to, but what I'm really learning, like we just talked about earlier, the instigators, and when females don't take the time to really learn about the business, they really listen to outside people that don't have nothing to do with the business, that don't know nothing about the business, and they get them confused. So when they're dealing with me, see, they have way more experience, they think, oh, she trying to play me. Oh, you know, it's crazy. You know, that's why, you know, I really think you should experience things for yourself and start reading up on the industry, reading up on different books to see, or go get your entertainment lawyer. That's even better.
Okay. All right. We will be back with more Miss T after the commercial break.
Welcome to Kawanna's Corner. K.I.W.K. You better holler if you know what's up, small town chick. Big city tip, trying not to piss her off. Cause she flip with them lips and she thick with them hips. Quick to put you on blast, but she can keep it ladylike and do it with class. Ain't got too many ladies like you cause they all mad, made everybody.
Welcome. You're about to kick it with Kawanna. We're here at Club Rivalry on the West Bank, where it's always popping every Saturday with sophisticated and international Saturdays. We are about to kick it with the beautiful and talented Miss T.
What's up, girl? You doing? Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Such a pleasure to have you.
Thanks. What's going on?
Okay, so what's been going on with you, Miss T?
Well, today, yesterday I did Lady Ray. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Like every week they got me doing something. Last night was Lady Ray Floyd. I went to that last night.
Okay.
Promoting these new t-shirts called Curvy Divas Rock. If you're a little thick in the hips, you could be small too and still rock the Curvy Divas.
Okay.
We got small, large, extra large,
You've been
all the way
able
to
to 17 years.
about 17 years.
All right, so how did you manage to last this long?
This long in the game?
In a male-dominated industry and still, you know, keep your dignity and respect, and people still listen to you and want you to do features and, you know.
I could really say, and I hate to get preachy, but really having faith and believing in God, the higher power. I don't really go to church, but I don't want people to judge me because I don't go to church. But spiritually, I'm like really into energy and vibes. That's how I kind of rock. Like, so I'm gonna just say like really just having a positive attitude about certain things. Even though I may, you know, sometimes maybe like, oh, I ain't gonna do this no more. But what really kept me going is just having faith and just, you know, going through situations where I will, have a car, lose a car, and then get it back, or have a house, lose a house, and then get it back. That's having faith because you keep going, keep going no matter what the situation is. So I felt like throughout my whole career, God has always been there, always showing me. So that's what really kept me in the game. Like, I ain't with no man, no record company. I ain't gonna even say self-light. I'm gonna say the spiritual, the light, the higher being, whatever you want to call God. That's what really kept me in the industry, and that's really keeping me motivated to really stay focused and really try to reach all my goals. Because you go through so much as a female. I didn't deal with weight issues. I'm still going through that. One minute my weight go up, one minute it go down. And that's just a part of life. People don't understand that because once they see you as a celebrity, they think that you're supposed to look and be a certain way.
Exactly.
But I'm here to tell you.
Exactly, and I want to touch on that. So your Curvy Divas Rock shirts. Was that the reason behind the shirts? Like
personally for me,
okay,
I wanted to get behind. It's really, the clothing line is from a lady named Monique from out of Oakland, California.
Okay.
And I met another lady named Cece who was looking for someone to really be like a spokesperson for her. Mm-hmm. So when it came to me, I was like, you know what? I kind of like that because I get a lot of negative talk about my weight. And when I was supposed to be fine as wine, like a Trina or whatever, I was 15, 16, so I look at those guys and be like, what y'all, pedophiles? Because I was a young girl, and then when after I started having my first shot was at 15 years old. I'm still a teenager, but everybody looking at me like I'm an adult.
Exactly.
So when I gained weight or whatever, they looking at me like it was a downfall. But I'm like, man, that's your mama, your grandma, your sister, your nieces, your cousin, everybody go through that, where they lose weight and they gain weight, but they look at it like that's what's gonna make you in the industry. And I'm here to tell you, they got buku beautiful girls. Buku mean a lot, or whatever, because buku meaning, like buku, they got a lot of girls that might, what the fuck I was about to say?
Oh,
go ahead, you good, keep on rolling.
What I was about to say? Oh, what I was saying before.
You said they had a lot of girls in the industry. I mean, I guess
there are a lot of girls in the industry that do have the look. Right?
Okay.
Have the self, whatever image they're saying you're supposed to look like, a Britney Spears or Beyonce, they don't sell no records. Mm-hmm. But you got the Jennifer Hudson, you got the Queen Latifah, you got the Missy Elliott.
Exactly.
You got all these women that's really showing them if you really believe in yourself that you can make it.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. I'm like, if I lose weight or gain weight, y'all buy my music because I'm still getting booked since 2000. Before I really started gaining weight, like in 2000 or whatever, people are really still booking me, and it's 2011. So I don't think they got a weight issue problem with me. I think it's a lot of men in the industry because they, how men is, some of them are used to how you used to look, so they like, you used to be fun, but she got all big. But even if I was small, I'm not going to give you nothing. Like.
So with that experience, and because that is true, Missy Elliott is very talented,
right?
Latifah is very talented.
Right.
Okay, so if you have been in the industry for this long and you have still maintained your dignity,
right?
What advice would you want to give to young women or whatever that's trying to enter any type of industry? Because if you notice today, there's so many things that's going on. Like a lot of the young females are using butt injections and all of these deadly things that can harm their bodies.
Right.
What is your take on that?
I think that females need to really stay focused on what they're trying to do and be focused on their talent and really don't get into the body image. Because once you get into body image, you're going to start messing with yourself. Like, come on, we human. Mm-hmm. God forbid, though, Michael Jackson, that was a handsome man, right?
Exactly.
Somebody was in that man ear telling him white is better. I think so. That's just me. He changed his nose, he changed his whole complexion. I know about the skin disease or whatever, but he really changed himself. Lil' Kim was a real beautiful girl, but I think inside she thought she was ugly. Exactly. She changed herself like Buku Time. She looked like a Chinese person. She don't even look black anymore. I'm not dissing her. I'm just seeing, just saying what I see now. You know what I'm saying? I think females really need to be happy with self, and that come with inner work. Like, you can't be happy with the outside if inside not straight. And people think if they buy Gucci or if they buy Louis Vuitton or Christian Lacroix or whatever his name is or whatever, they're thinking that, okay, if I put this on, that's going to make me feel better. But you have to learn how to feel better within. And once you work with within, then outside going to shine, and you ain't going to really need the lip injections or the eye injections or the booty.
Exactly, because a lot of those products are deadly.
And people are dying.
Exactly. and I want to talk to you more about self-love.
Right.
We will be back after the